So, as many of you know, I have this reputation, don't know why. People call me Hentai King, Hentai Lord, which is strange because I never talk about hentai. I don't make videos on hentai or anything like that. For research purposes, strictly. Understand, I'm a scholar, okay? I am a man seeker of education. This is a prestigious endeavor that I'm on. Don't discredit that, okay? We promised them within 1 year we'd either go legit or go broke and shut everything back down. That means we need you to keep coming back to HH and watching. I think I can do that. We are not just here to beat our meat to 2D anime characters, okay? We're trying to expand our community. And how can we do that? It is our service. We have to keep visiting this site. I mean, you don't gotta beat your meat if you don't want to. Or, you know, we don't want to discriminate against the ladies here. But at least for the plot, you know, whichever one you prefer, come back for that at the very least. To show some support, bring traffic to the site so that we can get an expansion. Like Thanos, he is not the only one cursed with knowledge. I should share at least a slice of it with the community. For all of you who you are dick in hand and you're just like, I need to destroy it, need to just, I will assist you. I am a shepherd, here to guide my sheep to the promised land. The promised land of beaten meat. People are always telling me, heavenly. You have a platform, you have a community, you have a voice. You need to use it for things that matter, and I've always hesitated to do that. But finally, I've achieved my calling. I hope to drive traffic to the site so that we can get a free, legal streaming service, get those licenses for research purposes. People are always like, heavily, how can you take all of this? Well, I've sort of oversaturated myself. For you guys, the sacrifices I do. See, this is why you should support your boy. I do this for you. I do this because I care. Because if I don't, who will? If I get to 40,000 Twitter followers, then I will do a live reaction to Boku no Pico. First one, Kanojo X Kanojo. You got 3 lengthy episodes. Like, I'm pretty sure they're pretty long. It's got quality, it's uncensored, it's got length, the holy trinity. Mankitsu happening. This one is not uncensored, but it's a more recent one, and there's 4 whopping episodes. Baku Ane. This is how you expose somebody as a degenerate or not. In fact, I'm gonna actually bring up a picture of this character without context, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about, okay? Basically the plot of Itadaki Sayeki, which is what it's called. She arrives on Earth, I guess. I don't know where she came from, but she has the ability to telepathically alter her emotions and her body and her personality to appease the desires of her host. So like, at one point he's like, damn, if only your were bigger so I could him. And then her grow. And then she sucks at giving him a He's like, man, if only you got better. And then she turned into Riley Reid in a second. Dropout has a few things going for it. This is a high school where the dropouts, they become sex urinals. Like, urinals are replaced with just girls' asses, and guys just go in the bathroom and they just, you know, have conversations, just talk about, you know, if they did the homework. Are you ready for that new science test? But while they do that, they're also just they're dangling inside of a bathroom. The next one is Tamashi insert. There is a Baku Ane 2. Dirty laundry. Once again, just like with Itadaki, this is one that I don't even have to tell you what it's called. I can show you an image and I guarantee the majority of you will know what I'm talking about. Onichichi. There's like multiple different series. There's like reboots. I don't know. Now, I don't fully follow the plot of each one. This girl and her cousin the stepdad. Then at one point, she this other guy, I think is maybe her grandfather. But like, they're not related though. So that makes it okay, I guess. Yep. The goat. Y'all know what's going on. That's right. Yep, the chat knows. My boy Rants, the goat. There's this girl that he was sent to rescue. He pretends to be one of the captors because she's blindfolded, and then he her, but he's already killed them. So then he her as the captor, and then he like fakes killing the guy again, and then he's like, I'm here to save you. Resort Boing. Iyakuten Majo Saiban. She wants revenge on some guy for lying to her because he said that he was a virgin, but he wasn't. And the way that they tested if he was a virgin or not is they took this substance and they put it on his And then this other girl, who apparently is a for whatever reason, like, she just reveals this. I don't even know why she's here, but once again, when it comes to this kind of stuff, we don't question anything. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna and taste this substance to see if you're a virgin or not. And basically, if you're a virgin, it tastes sweet, and if you're not, it tastes bitter. And it was bitter, and he's like, that's impossible. I think I would have remembered. And then, so he gets a flashback. The same girl him earlier while he was asleep. And so he basically days of future pasts back into the part where he lost his virginity to her. But now he's awake, and then he Hyun-Yu Fantasy. This is a chick who, she, as you would expect, kills men by Neto Rare Zuma, Triple Ecchi HHH, Euphoria, Yokoso Sukebi Elf no Mortie. This one is called Emoto. Oh yeah, this one's pretty good. This one is Lover-in-Law. This is a very classic hentai storyline, by the way. The guy is fucking his older brother's wife. She is neglected by him, and he's always abroad, and so she's lonely, and he basically looks like a younger version of his brother, so he fucks her instead. Okusama wa Moto Yariman. A guy just moved into an apartment complex all alone, but lucky for him, his 3 neighbors are all desperate housewives. So, yeah, I think that one speaks for itself. This next one is called Green Eyes, and this one is called Shikoku no Shaga. Oh yeah, I think it's like a guy falls in love with a monster, and then he the monster, and then the monster eventually kills him because it's a monster. This is Mesu Kiyoshi. This one's called Sei Yariman Gakuin. This one is basically, there's this businessman, and he's just minding his own business, and he goes into the sex district of Japan. I guess there's something like, one other reason why I need to visit Japan. And some chick's like, hey, old man, you got money? Let's have some fun. And so he's just like, I'm so innocent. This isn't what I was here for, but okay, since you asked nicely. And he's got like a giant monster, and then he and good stuff. Taimenen Asagi. This one is called Urajutajima. Masho no Nie 3. Pirates capture a kingdom and take a bunch of royal chicks as prisoners. They will pay for all the wars they've waged, all the violence they've caused by getting some of this pirate dick. Maikoku Gakuin Jutaihen. Zetai Junshu. Kyosei Kozukuri Kyo Kasho. So yeah, good luck spelling that out. Gengaku Cool Na Sensei. A high school student has feelings for his teacher and decides to write her a love letter. The teacher rips the letter into pieces in front of the class, humiliating him. But then he eventually, what he first does is he fucks the nurse. The teacher sees it, the teacher that he confessed to, that exposed him. And I don't remember how. I think he blackmails her or he's something. Or like she actually likes him, so he ends up fucking her anyway. Shijoku no Saifuku. Is your neighbor rude to you? Fuck his wife. That's the moral of this story. Well, it would be if it stopped there, but our protagonist also decides to place spy cameras in another chick's apartment and then fuck her. Alright, cool. Koromono Risa the Animation. So this girl runs away from home because her parents wanted her to study, and she breaks up with her boyfriend, and so she hides away at her uncle's house. And as payment for her to stay there, she has to fuck her uncle. Victorian maid Maria. This is the maid of your fucking dreams, pun intended. Classy and sultry, Maria can cook, clean, and cockmongle with grace and charm. So like, you know, she'll like fuck the shit out of you, but she has class. Oideo Shiritsu. I don't really know the plot of this one, but the animation is really good. It's one of those Onichichi ripoff ones, and it's basically just like this guy's fucking everybody in class. Tensai Kendo no Harem Coliseum. As the story implies, you're fucking a harem in a coliseum. Purely Kiss. Oh, this one is a special favorite of mine. It's called Bake Dakedo. The reason why I like this one is because it's a black chick, and there's just very few of those, so you have to really appreciate those ones. Ryo Duji Shimon no Inbo. Emoto Paradise 2. Summer vacation, and his parents left him with his 5 younger sisters to go on an overseas trip. So, Bikyaku Saido Kaicho. This fine-ass student council president gets blackmailed by her male classmate. Oh, that's a pretty common storyline. Because of her shady deals with the school board. The guy doesn't want any money, though. Orewa Kanojo wo Shinji Teru. Kensuke and Ayumu are a young couple. Problem is, Kensuke has to move away due to his job, so the relationship is now long distance. Can she remain faithful? I'll let you answer that question. JK2 Arrow Konbini Tencho. This one is another Onichichi ripoff, but it makes it on the list because there's a lot of episodes. There's 5 episodes. And it's basically this guy, well, I'm gonna read you the synopsis. A female employee gets accused of stealing from the store that she works at. She says she's innocent, but honestly, who knows? Best suck the boss's dick just to be safe. Here's another one that may make or break you. It's called Residence. Guys get possessed and turn into women, and then other guys fuck them. And so it's like, it's fucking a bad bitch, but it's actually a guy. But like, you know, just pretend that it's not. Kyanyu Hitozuma Ona Kyoshi Simon. Guy uses a hypnosis app on his phone to fuck his teacher. Maki-chan. Guy has a girlfriend, he fucks her, and then he fucks his sister too, and then he fucks both of them. Princess Lover. This guy, he has a maid that's in love with him, but he's betrothed to marry a princess, so he fucks them both. I just love how, because you know how usually in like an ecchi anime, all the girls want to get with a guy and he either gets with none of them or just one. But what I love about hentai is that they get with all of them. Why choose? Oh, here's another, I put an Ono hole in my sister's wall, and that one's called Fella Pure. Rinkan Byaku Chudoku. A guy uses compromising pictures and videos of a fellow classmate to blackmail her. She can either be brutally gangbanged by the entire school or have her pictures released. And she makes her decision. Nurasuke J. A schoolgirl takes shelter from the rain at a bus stop and meets a middle-aged man. You can probably guess where this is going. Karai Bito. A bunch of girls decide to check out a haunted house. They end up getting more dick than what they bargained for. Kawari Mono, the animation. Now this isn't Kawari Mono Risa the animation. This is just Kawari Mono. A man's wife walks out on him and he feels like shit and ends up getting drunk. Good thing he has custody of their teenage daughter. Maro no Kanja wa Gatenke. Here's another good one. Pet Life. Dude blackmails this chick into having sex with him over some panty shots. And he fucks her in the locker room and they have to like hide and fuck in the locker while other girls are in there and all this stuff. It's great. I don't know if I should be impressed or disturbed by how many of these I remember the plot of just by looking at them. That is Bible Black. This one is a guy basically finds a black Bible that can cast spells on girls and make them want his dick. This one is called Kanojo wa Dare to Demo Sex Suru. A high school chick who is a prostitute lets the guy who has a crush on her become her cameraman. He gets to film her sexual encounters but can't touch her. Shoujo Kyoiku. There's another good one. Cleavage. He fucks his stepsister and then he ends up fucking his teacher too, and then his stepsister gets jealous and then they have a threesome. Crimson Girls. This one's pretty good. Crimson Girls are an all-female undercover police force created to protect women from rapists and molesters. One man has taken upon himself to stop them. Rape must go on. Fuck these hoes. Here's another one that's good animation. Kagachi-sama Onagusame Tate Matsurimasu. All are Gondo. Shikojo, the animation. Dude returns home after 10 years to give his sister some of that big brother dick. Nerawareta Magami Tenchi. This is a girl, she's a teacher, and she also is like a magical girl, or I guess woman, because she's not really a girl. And she gets fucked as a superhero, but then she doesn't transform that often in this show. This one's called Otome Dori. If you're gonna get cucked, you might as well get a promo out of it. So yeah, basically this guy has a crush on his childhood friend that he grew up with, and he thinks that she's this kind-hearted soul, which, spoilers by the way, no girl is pure, so if you thought that, it's time to wake up. She on the down low, gangbang, fucks a bunch of guys and films it, and he finds the film. And so he's like, damn, she wouldn't smash me, but she'd fuck all these other guys. So he beats his dick to the video. This one's called Cafe Junkie. Demonian Gaiden. Virgin in the school uniform, or the Japanese title Saifuku Shoujo, the animation. Foxy Nudes. Kengoku Senkan. So basically there's this chick and she's a commander on a spaceship and she gets caught by everybody and then she ends up having to fuck all of them. I've gone through the entire library. I didn't know how many hints I would end up recommending, but the fact that the amount that I got to, that actually sounds about right. You now have the tools to beat your dick into submission. Beat that shit tender. I want you to have an arm the size of Popeyes. Niggas will think that you had spinach for breakfast. Go, my soldiers. Good Hentaihaven the respect and traffic it deserves. I challenge you. Try to get through the entire list. Then you will be welcomed amongst the legends. You true can be a hentai king.